In 2014, a man cleaning out his garage followed a foul, lingering smell to a dusty cardboard box in the corner. Inside, he opened a heavily taped plastic garbage bag and uncovered the decomposing remains of a newborn infant. That man was Darren West. He had recently finished a long prison sentence dating back to 2006, and he was at the house trying to clear out old clutter and rebuild his life. Looking at the mundane boxes, Darren assumed it was a secret miscarriage his wife Megan had suffered while away. Given the chaotic spread of old totes and stacked containers, a single box of remains could easily blend into the background, unnoticed for years. But that single box was only the first layer of a calculated 18-year concealment involving 7 different victims. When police arrived, they initially operated under Darren's assumption. They secured the garage and treated the scene as a deeply sad, isolated case of a concealed medical event. In the interrogation room, Megan Huntsman reinforced this narrative. She admitted to a single stillbirth, occurring about 9 years prior, claiming her drug addiction had left her too scared and confused to seek help. The lead detective viewed her as a desperate, overwhelmed single mother who had made a terrible series of decisions while her husband was in prison. The detective accepted her story of a single tragedy, unaware that his willingness to believe a grieving mother was exactly what allowed Megan to keep the rest of her crimes buried for a few more hours. While the lead detective sat with Megan, an investigator knocked on the interrogation room door and pulled him aside with breaking news. The forensics team at the house had just located a second set of infant remains, hidden inside another box in the garage. This discovery instantly destroyed Megan's alibi of an isolated stillbirth. The detectives walked back into the room and changed their tactics, now treating the interview as a hunt for more victims. The lead detective confronted Megan directly, demanding to know exactly how many bodies were hidden in the home. While Megan claimed she couldn't remember, the forensics team sequentially uncovered the 3rd, 4th, and 5th sets of remains. By the time the search concluded, the final count reached 7 bodies. Megan Huntsman had successfully hidden these pregnancies from the world for nearly 2 decades. The discovery of 7 bodies shifted the criminal profile from a panicked addict to a serial offender who had operated in plain sight since the late 1990s. With the scale of the crime established, investigators focused on the forensic mechanics of how the infants died. The detective made one final push, challenging Megan on whether the babies were actually born dead or if they had been alive at birth. Megan finally confessed that while one was stillborn, she had choked and strangled the other 6 immediately after they were born. She described wrapping the newborns in towels and garbage bags before packing them into standard moving boxes and placing them among the family's storage. This case remains a rare example of serial infanticide, highlighting Megan's ability to compartmentalize active murders within the walls of a bustling family home. The FBI analyzed the physical evidence, including the tape and plastic bags, to establish concrete culpability. The fingerprint and DNA evidence proved Megan acted entirely alone, which officially cleared Darren West of any involvement or knowledge of the killings. Megan eventually pleaded guilty to 6 counts of murder, maintaining her claim that the 7th child was a stillbirth. She was handed 6 consecutive life terms, ensuring she will remain incarcerated for the rest of her life. While Megan sits in permanent isolation, she leaves behind a shattered family, forced to reconcile their memories of a mother with the 7 victims found in their garage. The true horror of this case is the realization that unimaginable evil does not always look like a monster. For 18 years, it masqueraded as a normal mother.